Hello, welcome, my dear students. A very beautiful castle welcomes you. Yes, The Castle, written by Edwin Muir. This is what we are going to learn. A very beautiful poem written by Edwin Muir. The title is The Castle. Okay, so first we will see what is a castle. This castle, it is pronounced as castle. That is the British pronunciation. Castle is the pronunciation of US, that is American pronunciation. So don't get confused. Both castle is the British pronunciation, castle is the American pronunciation. Both are correct. Okay, this castle is also otherwise called citadel. Citadel also means castle. Now you are watching a series of buildings, many buildings together. So what is a castle? It is a large building or sometimes a group of buildings together, and they are very strong, strengthened against any kind of attack. Nobody can cross these walls and attack the people, either the people living inside. Now they have very tall and thick walls and battlements and towers. Now these battlements, towers, these are all something very new concept for us. They were usually built in the past years by a ruler or a king, to protect the people. So people used to live in small kingdoms like this, and they will have castles around them, and the ruler or the king, usually he will be protecting the people against any kind of attack. So this is what is called a castle. Okay, now we'll see who this poet is. Edwin Muir. Edwin Muir, he was born in 1887 and died in 1959. He was born in Scotland, a very renowned means a very popular Scottish poet. Not only a poet, he is also a novelist, translator especially. He used to translate all the historical events of all the countries, many countries he has written. So he has a very close link with the history of many countries, and of course also a critic. Now we should know something about his personal life, before we go to this poem, because this Edwin Muir, when he was very young, at around 14 years old, their family was forced to move from their place of living to a place called Glasgow. Now, after reaching there, within very few years, he lost first his father, then his mother, and his two brothers also, one after another, and he became a very he felt very lonely even when he was very young. So because of that, he has met many difficulties in his life, and so his childhood was nearly very tragical, and he has met many difficulties when he was young. So this has reflected in many of his poems. Okay, now we will see what is the main idea or the theme of this poem. Okay, so the main theme here is treachery. Treachery means betrayal. In Tamil, if you say a word, droham, that is what is called treachery, disloyalty or dishonesty of a person. Now they not a reliable person. No, that person, betrayer, means a person who is not reliable, disloyal. Now this kind of treachery is in, if it is in a family, it is very bad. If it is among the friends, it is worse. And the worst is in the country, in an army. Just imagine if a person is very disloyal to the king, what will happen? It will lead to the fall of the kingdom, isn't it? So this kind of betrayals are very often secret and subtle. Subtle means very clever, and you will not be able to know it till the end. So what do these betrayers do now? They use very clever methods, some indirect methods to achieve whatever they want. Usually what would they want? They want monetary benefits, money or gold or some kind of benefits what they expect. So they can be easily bribed. Bribed means in Tamil you say lanjam. bribery. We will see what is the outline, the outline of this poem, The Castle. Okay. The poet uses a fable. Fable means here it refers to the past event to make a point. That is, he wants to drive home the point that the treachery inside, or the betrayal inside an army, leads to the fall of the kingdom. Okay. So first he builds an atmosphere of confidence inside the castle, which means that the soldiers inside the castle feel very confident, where they feel very strong, because they were surrounded. They had a very tall and very powerful castle around them. The castles had very tall, walls, and also they were very fortified. Fortified means strengthened. Now only a bird could enter inside, so that much it was very strong. But what happened? It was betrayed by an old god. Now a person who's there, he betrayed. He had a greed. He was greedy for the money, and he was greedy for the gold. And so what happened? He betrayed, and he was easily bribed with the gold. He had an attraction towards the gold, and so he let the enemies inside the castle. So what happened? The castle was very strong. The army men were very powerful. In spite of that strength of the castle and the mighty army, the castle met with the fall. So a very beautiful poem, very an important theme or a point has been given, message has been given by the poet in 6 stanzas. Now he says that greed leads to the fall. You should never feel greedy. You can always have wishes, and you should have always an attempt to reach that in the right ways, in the honest ways. We should never try to achieve that by hook or crook. That is the message he wants to give us, and a very beautiful poem written in 6 stanzas. Okay, so first we will see the first stanza here. Just you go through that. All through that summer at ease we lay. I told you in the beginning itself, it is a narration by a soldier. Now the soldier is referring himself as we. He talks on behalf of all the soldiers. So he says that we are laying there, that is, we are feeling very relaxed inside this castle, and we are feeling very ease. Ease means very comfortable. We feel very comfortable inside that towers. And daily from the turret wall. Now, what do you mean by turret? Turret means, you see there, small towers. No, watch towers. They are called watch towers. Small towers on the top of the castle, and soldiers will be standing here and keeping a watch, the outside, to see whether any enemies are trying to invade, come inside. So this is called as the turret wall. So he says that we are feeling very relaxed and lying inside the castle because we are keeping watch from the turret walls. And from the turret walls, we are watching the mowers on the hay. What do you mean by mowers? No, this is mower. Mower means grasslands. The grass is trimmed with the help of the mowers like this. The people who are doing that, they are trying to trim the grass there. But here it is not the green grass; it is the hay. Hay means the dry crops. So from the watchtowers, from the watchtowers, they are watching the people who are trying to trim all that hay which is lying on that agricultural field. They did not have any lawn or anything like that. It was the castle surrounded by agricultural fields, and so people were working there. They were trying to trim all the hay around that, and so the soldiers, they were watching all that from there. And the enemy half a mile away, which means that they were very confident that the enemy is not near their castle, and he is far away, because they had very tall towers. From there they could watch a mile apart. So for half a mile the enemies were not seen. So these towers also very tall and very strong, and enemies also could not be seen, and the soldiers were all watching from here, or from all the watchtowers. They are keeping a watch to check whether any. Our gates were strong and walls were thick, so smooth and high, no man could win a foothold there. See the confidence of the soldier. He says that our gates were guarded well, very strong, which means that they had a very good guardians of that gate. Not only that, our walls were thick, so they cannot penetrate through the walls also. They cannot come inside through the walls also. Our walls also very thick, so smooth and high. We had very high walls, smooth walls. So no human being can that easily win us. No man could win a foothold there. Foothold. What do you mean by foothold? Foothold means an advantageous position. No, nobody can come and enter inside that easily, can have any advantage inside. No clever trick could take us. He says that our people are clever. Guardians are not only strong, they are very clever also. So it is not that easy to cheat them. They are very clever. So you cannot cheat them with any of your clever trick. Could take us. Take us means here defeat us. No clever trick could defeat us. And they can never take us dead or quick. That easily they cannot defeat us. You cannot take us dead, because our guardians know very strong and clever also. And see in the last line how confident the soldier is. He says only a bird could have gotten. See there, that shows that reflects his confidence. No human being can enter inside our castle. If at all, if anything or anybody can come inside, it can be only a bird. So to that level of confidence, the soldier says that no human being can come inside, only a bird could have gotten. What could they offer us as bait? What do you mean by bait? Bait means bribe. Bribe means lanjam. I told you in Tamil, no? So he says that they cannot give us any bribe, because our captain was brave and we were true. True means we are honest. We are very honest. We will not we will not be ready to sell ourselves for any kind of benefits. No, we are very honest. We are very loyal, and we are very brave also. So he says that our captain was very brave, and we were very loyal. The soldiers are very loyal and very honest also. So they cannot be offered, for any offered any kind of bribe for them. But what happened? There was a little private gate. See here, any building, if they'll have a big gate and they will have a small gate also inside here. That is called as wicket gate. This is the small gate. This is only is called wicket. See the spelling, wicket. See the alliterated words. Wicked. Wicked means cunning. Wicket means small. So he says that the gate was very cunning. So the actually the gate cannot be cunning here, which means that the person who was there standing in front of that small gate, he was very cunning. Okay, and a little wicked gate, the wizened warder led them through. Now wizened warder, what do you mean by wizened warder? Wizened warder means old god. There was an old god standing and watching there, and he was very cunning. Why he was very cunning? The wizened warder led them through. Let them means here them, it refers to the enemies. Let means allowed. This old god, he allowed the enemies to come inside. The wizened warder led them through, which means that this old god who was standing there in front of the small gate, he allowed the enemies to come inside that castle. Okay, now what happened after that? Oh, then our maze of tunneled stone. Maze, what do you mean by maze? Maze means, see here, maze. Maze means a tunnel. See, you can see the tunnel here. It is you cannot go into that directly. It will have different ways and very intricate, confusing. way will be very confusing. It is not that easy to go inside. So the soldier feels so sorry now that the kingdom has fallen. No, the enemy has been let inside, and the castle has fallen because of the betrayal of a old man, old god. Okay, so he is asking now this question: how can this shameful tale be told? The soldier feels so ashamed that in spite of this strong castle, in spite of this tall walls, in spite of the captain being very loyal and clever, and in spite of having so many weapons, everything, the kingdom is lost. The castle has fallen. So he feels so ashamed. He says, how can I tell this shameful tale, story to anyone? No, the soldier says he feels so loyal, and so he says that I will maintain until my death. He says, let this be buried inside me. No, I will not tell this to anyone. No, I will maintain this secret or this truth until my death. That shows the loyalty of that soldier. He says, we could do nothing being sold. No, you cannot, even if any one among that army men is a betrayer, disloyal, you cannot do anything. No, that is what the soldier is also saying. He says that we have been already sold, which means that the God, he has a weakness for that gold, and so what happened? He sold it. So we could not do anything after that. Our only enemy was gold, which means here bribery. If a person has a weakness for money, if he is very disloyal, then nobody can help it. So if the enemy is in a form of a human, we can fight against him. But if the enemy is in the form of a bribery or corruption, then you cannot do anything. Truth, where truth only is told by the poet. He says, our only enemy was gold. The old god had sold this castle for gold, for money, for bribe. He has been bribed. He could be easily bribed. The captain was very loyal. Soldiers are very loyal. But what is the use? That old watchman, he did not keep that vigil properly, and he could be easily bribed, and so he has sold this castle for gold. And we had no arms to fight it with. He says, if it is an enemy is seen, you can fight it. But against this corruption, it is not possible to fight against. So a very beautiful poem. The poet has explained that the greed leads to the fall. A wonderful poem by Edwin Muir. So a wonderful poem, The Castle, written by Edwin Muir. We just appreciated how wonderful the poem is, through which the poet gave a profound message that greed leads to the fall. Right? Now we will see from the examination point of view, you have a question, ERC, explain with reference to context. And you just remember these words, clue words, with which you'll be able to find out from which poem it is coming. So towering, remember the word towering, towers, tall towers. Then tunneled, maze, remember that. Citadel, you have to remember another word for castle, right? Arms, load on load, we had that arms and provender. Only a bird could enter in, a very important line for ERC. We had turret wall also, the small gaps through which the enemies used to shoot at the soldiers used to shoot at the enemies. They had very tall walls also. A wicket gate, remember this word wicket gate, a small gate through which this old man, old god, he allowed the enemies to enter inside. Bait means gold, through which, by which he could be easily bribed. And remember this line, how can this shameful tale be told? This kind of treachery or betrayal. How can I tell about the betrayal of this old god? That is what the question of the soldier. He says, our only enemy was gold. A very important line for ERC, very often repeated one. So the enemy here is not a man, I mean enemy in the form of a human being. It is only the bribery or corruption. So these are some of the words which will serve as a clue for you to remember the poem. Okay. So next we will go to the small appreciation questions, which are often repeated from the poem. You remember throughout the poem you come across the word we. So through a word we refers to the soldiers. It is actually narrated by the soldier. He is not telling himself in the singular form. He says he refers to all the soldiers in the castle, and so he calls we. No, he says we. We, it refers to all the soldiers in the castle. Now, how does the soldiers spend the summer days? In the first stanza it comes there. They are very relaxed. They are very happy. They don't have any fear at all. So the soldiers are spending time during the summer very happily without any kind of fear. Right? What could they watch from the turret wall? From the tall wall, what could they watch? Now they could watch the enemy if he is coming apart half a mile away. And not only that, mowers also, they were trimming all that hay. That also they could, the hay they were actually trimming and making it ready as a food for the cattle, fodder. So the mowers were working on that, and they could easily see the mowers working with the hay, and also they could see if any enemy is coming half a mile distance. They could have the visibility. So that's what he says. How safe was the castle? Why were they feeling so safe inside? Because the gates were very strong and walls are very thick. So because of the strong gates and thick and tall walls also, they were feeling very safe. What was the firm belief of the soldiers? What did they believe? So they believed that no enemy, no person could enter. Now, if at all, if anybody could enter, it is only the bird, he says. You remember that? So the soldiers believed that no one could enter the castle by any trick. So this is the thing. Now, what was challenging for them? Entering inside the castle is actually very challenging. Now, what aspect of the castle strength is conveyed? Which features of the castle shows that the castle is very strong? Now, he says that strong foothold, advantageous position. Now, they could very easily see even a half mile apart if any enemy is coming. And the guard also is in a very advantageous position watching there. Now you see, bring out the contrast in our maze of tunneled stone grew thin. What is the meaning of that? Actually, the stone walls, there in that castle, it became very weak. First, it was very strong.